works at a temp agency finding work for the unemployable. Put your hands together for Tiffany Bridge.
It's hard out here for a shrimp. Give it up one more time for Yannick. And I'm just going to apologize on behalf of Greg to his mom. Sorry, Mrs. Ray. Sorry about everything you've had to witness here tonight. So I spend a lot of time online. My husband and I both do, and we make friends on the internet. Not those kind of friends. But a couple weeks ago, we went out with a friend of ours who, well, he was very honest. He told us that even though he is currently a Fancy Pants creative director, he had formerly been a member of the LA Crips and had done time for armed robbery. We knew this, but you don't really understand until the hand with all the prison ink on it is handing you a shot of Jack Daniels. I didn't want the drink, but like, I don't want to get shivved in the shower either. So I did the shot and it all went downhill from there. But yeah, I work at a temp agency, and the little fact that nobody who works at a temp agency likes to talk about is that, well, think about it. In DC right now, the unemployment rate is 2%. And you gotta figure 1% of the population is just unemployable, right? So if you don't have a job, it's man in the mirror time. Like, you gotta look inside yourself and ask, why? And I'll tell you why, because these people are calling me. And like, they'll call me up and they're like, hey, I need a job, where should I send my resume? And I'm like, great, I'll give you my email address. They're like, oh, I can't write that down right now, I'm driving. I'm like, well, why the fuck are you calling me? Am I gonna hire you because of your amazing multitasking skills? Wait, I gotta make a left turn. But you know, we get some really crazy resumes in there, and I got a woman that called me up one day. I do IT, and people like think they're IT people for the craziest reason. I had a woman call up one day, and we're like, great, what do you do? And she's like, I can do anything with a computer. Really, that's very impressive. What software applications are you familiar with? All of them. Really? Can you name some? Oh, I can use the keyboard and the mouse and the CD drive. I'm like, great! We'll call you. You don't have to check in. We'll call you when we have something that comes up for you. Absolutely. But the best was this woman who, she strolls into our office one day and she hands us this resume, and it was really normal, except for at the top where it said that her most recent experience was as a prophet. I can't make this up, guys. I was a prophet. I carried powerful messages to the Lord's people. Like, she put this on her resume. And I'm like, hey, Nostradamus, how come you didn't know I wasn't gonna get you a job? I mean, how do you interview a prophet? So, tell me about the last time you were swallowed by a whale. I don't want to bag on religious people too much, but some of that stuff is crazy. I went to a very conservative Christian college, which you'd never know, because look where I am today. Sharing the stage with Ludlow Gaines and his wang. But my college experience was really, it was a lot like yours. There were just a few key differences. You went to homecoming. We prayed for the second coming. You woke up and found your roommate on her knees puking her guts out, or, you know, giving a blowjob, depending on how hot your roommate was. I woke up to find my roommate on her knees dousing me with holy water and praying for my soul. Shit. But like, at your college, from like registration day, it's like, on your mark, get set, start fucking. At a Christian school, everybody's looking to pair off and find their future mate, but nobody's allowed to have sex. So it's like my college is a 4-year cock block. Boys are walking around like, but college experiences was pretty entertaining. It was a little weird though, because it was like lily white, and I went to school with people who had never, like, little white kids who had never seen a black person before. I'm like, don't you go to the mall? Like, you know, don't you go out places, you know? But that gave me a really interesting perspective on, like, race relations and stuff. And what I cannot figure out is, like, why Mel Gibson wants to blame the alcohol for the stuff he says. It's like, oh, I was drunk. I would never have said those things otherwise. I'm like, those thoughts don't come in the bottle. You don't buy tequila, and at the bottom there's a worm and some racism. You're like, what? Oh, it's German beer. It's German beer. It made me hate the Jews. Like, hey, look, drinking sake doesn't make you obsessed with crazy cartoon porn. I never drink sake. Thank you very much, everybody. You've been great.
Little Christian. She's badass. Give her another big round of applause. Keep that energy going. In the business, your last community, we call it our headliner. You ready to be a headliner?